Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Susie and this is the Mindful Minute. Today I'm going to talk about the tricky task of finding our new normal, your new normal and my new normal. Finding the new normal is a process. I'm going to talk about it from the individual perspective, not the big collective new normal. And there are three important points. The first is that we are in the midst of a change in our lives. The second is we struggle with this change and are grieving our old way of life. And the third is finding a sense of purpose is helpful to organize ourselves around so that we can determine and manage how this change affects us. In the beginning, the process looks like grief. COVID-19 has caused massive changes in our lives. The situation is both uncertain and temporary, but our lives will not be the same. When at last we recognize this, there's a deep sadness at the loss of our traditional ways and gatherings, and we fight to keep a tight grip on the familiar. We want to go back, but there is no going back. So much is weighing. The fear of losing lives and livelihoods fuel angry outbursts. Many are seeking a face and a place to blame, reasoning that blaming someone will alleviate their losses. This is anger. Inside of anger is fear and loss. These transform upon acceptance. Anger is a part of the grieving process that we are all going through in one way or another as we move towards our new normal. We are slowly adjusting, some with foresight, some with insight, and some kicking and screaming. I read a lovely post recently that clarified, we are not all in the same boat, but we are all in the same storm. Support each other. Don't judge. Be kind. The adjustment process is different for most people. Patience and flexibility are imperatives. We need to be respectful of our own process as our own familiar lives are being changed. In creating a new normal under uncertain times, we must cultivate our own personal resilience. The process may feel complicated. There's a fair amount that we have no control over. Discovering a sense of purpose is an especially useful resilience. We may not know everything about how life will work in the future, but we can image a goal of the who we would like to develop ourselves into. We can image our purpose. An ancient and still very timely guided meditation is to simply imagine that you are at the end of your life looking back. What would you like to remember about yourself? Is there anything that you would change about how you are responding? As you look back from that perspective in time, how would you define your purpose right now? If you struggle to discover this purpose, it sometimes helps to think about someone that you envy. Usually, the gift that you envy is the one that you already possess, but have yet to develop. Journal about the purpose that you are discovering for yourself. Finding a new normal is a process that begins with grieving the old normal, and much is possible. Times of trial develop character of lasting value. Thank you for listening and for doing your best. Together, we will become better than before. This Mindful Minute brought to you by Farmington Recreation Department and Susie Sanders. So bye for now. And remember, don't forget to look for the helpers.